Hi guys, so it is Night on Fire here. So I just watched the new FNAF trailer, and let me tell you, it was pretty interesting. So I found some interesting pieces to it. I found a lot of things in it, but I found there's one thing that I wanted to discuss today about it, which is this. Vanny is interesting. She's a very interesting character in the sense that she has a very particular color scheme that I feel is reflected a lot in certain portions of the rest of the trailer that seems to signify something that is much more. I feel like that Vanny's very specific red is reflected in characters because it means that she is controlling them. So let me show you some evidence of this idea. So start the trailer, it's looking all good, and then we go to right about here. Zooms in, it goes in, pause. Right there, you see this red? That is Vanny's general color. It is generally accepted that she is a very red character, and she has it everywhere. As she continues on her way, she is constantly surrounded by this very specific red color. We see our character right here, and then we see this beautiful little arena. But this red doesn't go away. It reflects constantly in different characters where it really shouldn't. Take for example 37 right there. Her eyes are very clearly red, whereas they aren't normally on the character's design. Her eyes aren't specifically red. It's not one of her character traits. Moving on, right there. Montgomery Gator, his eyes too are red. If it was one character, I'd say, oh, maybe it's coincidence, it's just glare. Two characters is a little suspicious, though. And then, to tie them all together, Chica too. Chica's eyes, too, are red. And if you don't believe me, all of them, right there. All four of them, eyes are red. I will say an outlier here, I will admit, is Freddy, it's kind of agreed that Freddy will be helping our character, so it wouldn't make sense that Vanny is controlling him to hurt us, but we don't know. So I still have more evidence to point out. So yes, we continue watching the trailer. It's great. We see Gregory, or who we believe is Gregory, staring at all these screens. We look at this wonderful visage right here, and then right here, these two curtains, yes, I know it's a bit of a stretch, but they are too red when you are hiding from something. We don't know exactly what you're hiding from. You might be hiding from the guard, you might be hiding from something else. They are very clearly a very similar red to the color of her eyes. We keep going. Nothing right here, as we cannot see what is chasing us. Nothing quite right here either. Ah, here. Chica, she's just minding her own business. The others, they're just minding their own business, which leads me to believe that they aren't necessarily hostile on their own. That is very clear. It makes it very clear to me that they're not hostile on their own. If they had their own choice, they wouldn't be hostile. Which is part of why I believe that they are not hostile and trying to attack you without Vanny controlling them. So we see more of the area. Here, it's a difficult angle, but I feel like her eyes, I could be seeing things. I've watched this show too many times, but I feel like she has a bit of a red tint, but like I said, hard angle to tell. Can't tell because he's not facing you. Right there, once again, hard angle as she's running right at you, but it seems like her eyes could be deemed reddish, but like I said, it's a very hard angle to tell as she is running at you and your character is moving. This is very clear. You can see right there, his eyes, both eyes, are very much red. They are very much red as they look at you. You can't even quite qualify that as a glare because that's just straight red eyes. And then right there, oh, let's go back a little bit. I went back too far. Keep doing this as I keep watching this. Right there, his eyes are very clearly red. I will go back just slightly. Yeah, right there. Very clear red glow that is not in his natural character, I don't think. I don't think part of all their characters is that they have a natural red glow. Plus, red glow along the floor. Right there and right there. And then we have red glow all across this floor as he's coming at you, presumably to attack you. Red hallway, red glowing of the same shade of red. If it was a different red, I'd agree. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit suspicious that maybe it's just a coincidence. But in this case, I really do believe that this is a very specific red glow. Oh, once again, we have the wolf. Why can I not remember her name? We have the wolf coming at you, red glow right behind her. The very specific red, I will add. It's not like the red is like a different shade of red, like, oh, it's just like a coincidence that red is just a bad color. No, this is a very specific Vanny red. Right there, we have the red glow from the ceiling and from the floor. That is, once again, tying in the idea that Vanny is controlling everything. Oh, let's go back just slightly. I skipped that by accident. There we go. Bad pause, but there we have Vanny coming at you once again. All red. This is through a camera, so I keep hitting the unpause. I need to get better at this. I keep skipping it. Oh no. Okay. There we go. And so we have the very specific red once again. It's slightly distorted because it is through the cameras, but you can see the very clear red in her eyes, very clear red in the background, very clear red from above. That signifies that she's most likely controlling things, like in a very more like in-depth way. Nothing there. There again, we have the very clear red eyes from here. And then, of course, Vanny's very specific red-orangey color that is, like, for example, this is another red that we see within the game, but it is not the same red. This is a very specific red that is used here. And then, of course, the red of the thing. And then right here, that statement right there. That statement right there. Well, yes, it is ambiguous and it's intentionally ambiguous. I feel like it can very easily signify with this red that it is the same color that is signified throughout the game of Vanny. That Vanny is deep within the works, controlling everything. And then this right here, this is also something that I wanted to touch on. After I watched this trailer a couple times, I decided that I would check out MatPat's video on JT Live, as he's an amazing theorist when it comes to these kinds of videos, and especially with FNAF. And so I decided I would check it out and see what he was thinking. And he mentioned something very interesting that I realize can tie into what I'm saying here. He mentioned in the most recent FNAF book how I believe I can't remember which Afton is purple guy, which proved that I am not amazing when it comes to theorizing sometimes. One of the Aftons becomes a computer virus, essentially. Like, he becomes like an evil spirit computer virus sort of thing, and he infects others by pricking them, like with these claws here. What's something I'm assuming, like with these claws here. And so I was thinking that maybe that is how, this is entirely theory and this is entirely a idea. Maybe that is how Vanny is affecting all the others with her very specific claws, like here. And then, of course, the purple guy. And so, yeah, that is the theory that I've come up with while watching this very specific trailer. If you have any other ideas, please let me know, and just please comment them in the comments, and please point out any ways you think I could strengthen it, because of course I am not a professional at this. I simply noticed this while I was watching the trailer a couple times, And yeah, please put your suggestions and comments in the comment section below. Thank you.